We have been on the side of the road many times. We have been stuck at a campground worrying, are we going to get out of here?
The downside is it comes at a cost. The experience from RVing, if you take it for what it is and you live it to the fullest, it's something that just can't be replicated.
7 years RVing has taught us more than we could have ever expected about RV life.
In this video, we're going to talk about the highs and the challenges and everything we've learned, because until you're out there, you're not going to learn these things. And even this video, guys, we're going to give you our experience, but we promise you, when you're out there on your own, you're going to learn a lot. Before we get into this video, guys, take a moment. Please make sure you're subscribed, notification bell's on. A lot of our subscribers have been unknowingly unsubscribed. Also, our free monthly newsletter is back. There'll be a link down below. One time a month, we put out a newsletter with our latest travels, information, news, as well as discounts from vendors. So if you're interested in that, again, the link will be down below. Why would somebody choose to RV?
Number one is the freedom and flexibility. Now, if you watch us, you know we're not full-time RVers. We will never be full-time RVers. When Izzy retires,
people always ask us
in this year
when
coming up,
full-time?
Yeah, we're going to be most time, but we like having a sticks and bricks. I don't think we'll ever, well, I'll never say never, but
probably not.
Yeah, we will
maybe
be
in
most
between
time.
Finding a house, maybe we'll be a little bit like homeless at some point, but
maybe.
We'll always have
Maybe.
a sticks and bricks.
So that freedom and flexibility, you get in this thing and you hit the road, the thrill of the open road. We had talked years ago before we had an RV, we were thinking about getting a little beach house down the Jersey Shore. And then we said, I mean, that's cool and all, but what fun is that? You don't get to see the country with that.
It would have been worth a hell of a lot of money right now.
That is true. That is true.
8 years ago, it would have been
way more than this.
Yeah.
But again, it's the experience, the opportunities, the beautiful places you get to see. So I wouldn't trade that for anything.
What catapulted us into RVing is having your home all the time. It's your home on wheels. If you're new to this channel, you haven't watched us, our original reason why we got a trailer was because we went to a nice hotel and we brought back bed bugs. So we don't have to worry about that now. Not that we haven't stayed at a hotel since, but the majority of our travel, we have everything here.
Right.
We're the only ones that sleep here. Now, there's some stuff that comes along with that.
The next one, and this is probably one of the best things, and I'm sure you'd all agree, is the community and the friendships. Guys, the friends that we have made and so many people that we've met either through YouTube, but just RVing in general, you can't top that. For example, when we were pulling in, we're at the new Mars Service Center right now, and we were getting some work done. We were pulling in and pulling around the circle, and all of a sudden we pass a motorhome and we see a guy like this waving us. And it was our buddy Brian that we met at the NIRVC Expo this past year down in Tennessee. And so we've been hanging out with him, and then we met some other people through him, and it's just been a blast.
And many RVers, you know, that's the big thing. They are with like-minded people. It's like a subculture, right? You have your rallies and people go on trips together, and we made a lot of friends in the RV community as far as RVers, industry insiders. It's been awesome. Something that when we started RVing, we could never envision happening, but that's kind of how life is, right? You get involved in something, you don't know what's going to come out of it, and all of a sudden you start seeing these things open up.
That's all fine and dandy. But number two is the reality hits, right? The reality of maintenance and repairs. And over our 7 years of RVing, guys, like all of you, we've known this all too well. And we have been on the side of the road many times. We have been stuck at a campground, not being able to get our levelers up and worrying, are we going to get out of here? So that just comes along with the territory.
Now, if you go on forums or YouTube, whatever, you see people just destroying the RV industry, complaining all the time. And we're not saying some of those things are not valid. They are. But even if you get the very best RV, there is still a lot of maintenance that's involved with it. You're talking from $3 million down to $25,000. There is constant maintenance that has to be done. The only difference is on the $25,000 one, the maintenance is way cheaper than the $3 million one. You have to have the funds to do that, or you have to have the ability to do it yourself. Most RVers don't have the ability to do everything on their RV. They may be very good, but there's going to be certain things that they just can't do. For example, we have our motorhome now is 6 years old. Of course, you have the initial cost of the motorhome. We were good until about year five. Year five, a lot of wear and tear items started breaking down.
That's when we were on the side of the road a few
Yep.
times. It was a very simple problem,
Very simple
though.
fix.
Yep.
Finding it wasn't as simple.
Right.
Also, the routine maintenance. So we did a full video. We'll link it up above. That year 5, our total routine maintenance, repairs, it was a little over $16,000. Now, a lot of that was offset because we had an extended warranty or wholesale warranty. If you want more information about that, we'll link it down below. Also in that video, we talked about everything they covered. But just keep this in mind, guys, especially as you start getting into the motorized, things get very expensive. And the reason why we say this is because everything may be going well, like it was for us for 4 years. This is not like a car, guys. This is not a Honda Accord. This is not a Toyota RAV4 that you can drive it 300,000 miles and just change the oil. It don't work that way. If you think it's going to work that way, please educate yourself, because you're going to be spending money. You have to have funds to keep this lifestyle. How you can offset some of these costs, not all of them, is learning about your RV and doing some of these repairs yourself. A lot of these repairs are super simple. There's a lot of information out there. So tackle those repairs, and instead of paying an RV dealership $175 an hour for labor, you can do it yourself.
And how are you going to do that? You're going to check out our playlist on RV DIYs. Number 3. So this is something we had to get used to. We've always had a home, and it's the challenges of space and privacy. And now that we're out on the road more than we were when we first got started, it's definitely something that we've had to adjust. And I know Izzy and I both like our space. We love being together, but we're kind of those people then we kind of need a little time to ourselves and space. So it's really important to make that work, and it's taken some adjustment. But you can see, like, now we have a decent sized motorhome, guys. I mean, this is a nice amount of living space. Like, for example, in the bathroom. So for our motorhome, our bathroom is kind of small. I mean, I've seen many trailers, fifth wheels, that it's way bigger. So this took a little bit of adjustment. You know, we can get in the shower and we take our shower, whatever.
Keeps us on a diet.
It does. But yeah, so I mean, just something like this at home, obviously we have more counter space. I know, first world problems. But again, when you're coming from one thing to another one, you expect it, but it does take a little bit of adjustment.
Storage space is another big limiting factor, as well as how much you can carry on whatever RV you have. So you can see, here's our closet. Here are our, it's really 5 drawers. This is kind of an AV. 4 of those are MJ's, 1 is mine.
No. There's 2 for you, 3 for me.
Okay, and then the full closet.
We split the closet.
And it's fine.
What?
It's all good. It's all
Guys,
good.
he's lying. He's lying. We split the closet. Drawers are 3 and 2.
Now, we have a king-size bed, but there's not much around it. One of the things that we are able to replicate from home is the mattress on here. So we have a Brooklyn bedding mattress at home in Jason's room, and then we have one on our motorhome, and they are the sponsor of this video.
That was smooth.
It was. I'm good at it, guys. I'm good at it. But what's awesome about it, we've had this for several years now. We're probably gonna have to upgrade, hopefully soon, when we get our next motorhome, whatever that may be. But we have the memory foam mattress on here, and when I say that it is like home, it is. We like a firm mattress.
Oh, it's awesome.
When we got the mattress from our motorhome originally, it was pretty terrible. They don't put the money into the mattress for sure. But RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding, they make RV specific mattresses, and we have a king size bed, but king size RV king size, which is pretty awesome. They have all the different types of mattresses, whether it's a memory foam, coil, hybrid of both. They also have the new Titan Plus mattress for larger people. Headquartered in USA, excellent customer service, huge supporters of the RV community, as well as RV channels. And they have a whole bunch of awards that they've won also.
I'm going to hop in here and tell you the thing that I love is the 120-night sleep trial. Take those few months, guys, and try out the mattress. If you don't like it, they will work with you, get you something that will fit your style. They've also won awards, the Good Housekeeping Award for comfort, a mattress for comfort. And we know, I'm telling you, I sleep amazing on this RV because of that.
They're super popular for a reason, probably one of the largest manufacturers of RV mattresses. Just go read their reviews, guys. And if you use the discount code
Endless,
you get 30% off, 30. That's our permanent discount code. Now, they will run sales from time to time, but as long as you use that discount code, you're always going to get the highest. So if they're running a 35%, they never go more than 35%. Go to rvmattress.com/endless. Again, use that discount code.
Endless.
You'll get 30% off. If you want more information on rvmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding, we'll put the link down below. If you watched our videos, I do a lot of tech videos, and technology changes a lot in a short amount of time. So since we started, this has changed a lot for the better. We're going to talk about connectivity, internet. Now, for some people, they say, I'm not an RV to be on the internet. But the reality is, for a lot of people, and moving on as we continue in the future, Internet's critical. A lot of people need it for work. They just do.
Yeah, a lot of people work
is.
full time on their RV.
So when we first started on our RV, it was difficult to get internet everywhere. We used to use a hotspot on our phone. Since then, and all the time, we have good internet. So we have our Chester Cheetah router right there. That is connected to our roof-mounted antenna. We are at the Newmar Service Center. We're getting 300 plus down and like 30 up. It's been great. We've been uploading, downloading. It's been great. We also recently upgraded, or I shouldn't say upgraded, we added Starlink to our repertoire.
Our arsenal.
Our arsenal. It's very important to us. Now, we're here. We're not using Starlink because they're here at 6 in the morning. We're not setting up, taking it down. That cellular is working great. That cellular is working great going down the road. But that's kind of covered. The downside is it comes at a cost. That router is $500. The antenna up top is $300. The monthly service for this is $40 for us, which is cheap. The monthly service for the Starlink is $165. The dish itself is $300. So it can add up depending on how important this is to you. But the good thing is that the service is available. We did a full video about the Chester Cheetah. We'll link it up above. We did a full video about Starlink. We'll link that above. If you want more information about the Chester Cheetah, we do have a discount code. We'll put it down below in the description section.
So the next one, number 5, is dealing with health, hygiene, daily routines, all that good stuff. And again, over the 7 years that we've been RVing, we really have gotten better at all these things and, learned tips and learned how to do it most effectively. First thing is dealing with limited water and power, depending on the situation that you're in. Now, we're not big boondockers. We're not out on, BLM land for 2 months at a time. But we do boondock occasionally, okay? So, and we really, really like doing that. Just coming here, we had to conserve our water. We didn't have water hookups, and we still don't. So just learning how to deal with whatever situation you're in. Do we have full hookups? Good. Let's have a party and take, a 20-minute shower. Or do you have to conserve? So just learning kind of how to deal with that. And it's something we've gotten better at.
Now, health and hygiene, a little bit different for us because, again, we have a home base, so we have doctors close by. But people that are full-timing, this is an issue, right? How do you make your dentist appointment? If you do, see a doctor. We have RVers who are full-time, like, it's a problem for them because they have to find a doctor. Like, something goes wrong, they don't really have a place to go back to. So that is something to keep in mind.
And something that I'm concerned about, I know you're not worried about this, but guys, when we hit the road a lot more next year, who's going to do my roots? I got to see my girl Fran like every couple months.
Coming up to Jersey.
I can't have
Or
basement dwellers like ripping my roots apart. So yeah, but these are things we're gonna have to think about when we're out there a lot more. Then the last one is emotional highs and lows. When you're living RV life, be it full time, most time, part time, a couple weekends, you're dealing with all these things at some capacity, and dealing with emotional highs and lows is something to consider. Now we have friends at home, so we have connections. A lot of people that are full time, I know they try really hard to find these communities, which I think is great when they're on the road. You need to do that. It's really, really important for mental health. But we don't have to do that as much. But what we do have a lot of, and what we've had for these 7 years, is very much so emotional highs, where we've created some of the most phenomenal experiences that we'll remember forever. And we're just getting started. But Jason was able to be with us for many years before he went off to college. We had so many wonderful family times. And again, we've moved into a new portion of our life here where we're empty nesters until he comes home and the holidays, empty nesters, and then moving into retirement sooner than we think. We're coming up next year into Izzy's retirement. So it's going to change and get even better.
So when people leave comments, well, why do you spend all this money on RVing? Because it's not cheap. It's expensive. I'll just stay at a hotel at 5-star hotels every week and still spend less. You're right. You will. It will be cheaper, but you're not going to get the same experience, right? And it's just a different experience. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with that. We're going away, not RV related, because we want a different experience. But we promise one thing, is that the experience from RVing, if you take it for what it is and you live it to the fullest, it's something that just can't be replicated. And that's why people do it. So we want your feedback, guys, in the comments below. What do you think about this video? Did we hit some valid points? We didn't hit everything out there. We want to hear from full-time RVers. We want to hear from people who have been doing this for many, many more years than we've been doing, because we learned something. Of course, our viewers learned something also. And if you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV travels playlist. We'll also put our RV newbies playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.